Alrighty, so this is going to be a garden tour. Starting with our dehydrating tomatoes. These are tomatoes I roasted the other day. Oh, looks like they're almost done. We'll take those out of there shortly. Oh, got some new Hive woodenware. Gotta do something with that pretty soon. Alright, there's our garden. Looks pretty good. Really growing quite well. Harvest is really starting to pick up here. So let's go over here and start with the eggplants. We got some eggplants hiding in this bed. There's 6 plants in this. Oh, I guess it's a 5 by 3.5 box that I picked up. It had manufacturing machine parts in it. The white spots on the eggplant is from copper sulfate to prevent blight. Here we got some poblano peppers, little itty bitty guys. Other ones coming on, getting bigger. There's a lot of them in there. This is the same size box, 3.5 by 5. And there's quite a few pepper plants in here. 9. It's basil. Basil's been picked twice, about ready to be picked again. We got bush beans here, getting ready. Should be picking these in a couple of days. Keep watering them. When we come over this way, the new leek bed. This bed originally, earlier this year, had onions in it. Just put more mix on top today to blanch more of the stems. Here we have a purple Cherokee tomato that's being a little slow. Looks like we got that one's coming along pretty good. San Marzano paste tomatoes. I didn't bother with pruning these at all. Leeks have gone to seed. The pollinators in the area love these blooms when they were active. Lots of flowers. A little bit of borage hanging on down there. Alright, these peppers were in pots until about 2 weeks ago. I just didn't have the space to put them in. They're coming along pretty good. Nice little purple ones back there and under here. The broccolis, the same thing. I just didn't have a place to put them. This bed had shallots in it. This is a late planting of peas. Really not doing too well. It's still a little hot. Peas just don't like it. More peas, some more leeks. The beets are coming along. They are ready. They're getting really ready to, I can't find them. Oh, there's one. To harvest and process this week. Carrots are coming along. We got some nice shoulders showing in a couple different places. We'll leave those in until it gets cool. We got some chard. We got some of these fabulous runner beans. They're called rattlesnake beans. They can be quite long. Purple stripes if they're exposed to the sun. They're perfectly good as green beans or dried beans. They have 8 squares here, and the first harvest was 6 pounds. Some more Swiss chard. It's coming along. Probably have to cut that in a couple of days. Put it in the freezer. The potatoes are doing crazy. Some yucky looking foliage, but some nice brand new foliage continues. No blooms. I'm hoping they're making great tubers. The calendulas are looking great. Love these flowers. The bees love them. They self-seed, they come back really well. These are the Gilbertis and the overhead trellis. They were slow to start this season. Had some germination problems, but they're really coming along, and we'll be harvesting those within a week or so. The cabbage bed, doing really well. We got some red cabbage, we got some Savoy cabbage, we got a couple really nice looking heads of green cabbage. We're going to make some sauerkraut, and the Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts are looking really good. In a couple of weeks, I'll come in here and just break off this growing tip, have it for supper. This will cause these little itty bitty sprouts to start growing. They'll really put out some more vigorous growth. I will fertilize these with some dried blood. These are Space Master Cukes. They're doing really pretty well. Despite poor germination, a couple good plants in there. Alright, this bed here has a variety of stuff. We got some tomatoes, we got a couple different varieties of peppers, and eggplants. Not really sure what all these are. They were in a mixed package of seed. That's going to be a nice little globe, nice little white one. We got a little banana pepper down in here, it looks like. Yeah, probably should come in and clip that. A little renegade dill. These are indeterminate cherry type tomatoes on a trellis structure called Florida Weave. The tomatoes are, well, they're over 5 feet tall now. We got some sweet 100s, more sweet 100s in here. And then we have some little baby pears. These are going to be yellow pears. They're kind of slow in coming, but they're coming along, thankfully. This type of trellising structure takes, you have to be committed to it. It takes a lot of pruning and attention. It really requires management of the plants. There's 9 square feet here. No, 12 square feet and 12 plants. There's 1 plant per square foot. And then we come over here. My week attempt at flower gardening. Lots of stuff in boxes and pots needs to be put in. But the bees and the butterflies sure are loving it. Pretty. Love the asters. Bee bomb's going by. Forage is getting kind of slim for the honeybees. There's a little bumble trying to get some nectar out of this beautiful phlox a friend gave me. Alright, we got some strawberries over here. Plant them and forget them is my theory. Put them in. I don't know what we got going here. So maybe some kind of fungus, but berries are putting out runners and blooms and more berries. Maybe I can have 1 or 2 before the squirrels get them. This is a terrace that has the sweet potatoes in it, and they're coming along fine. We got some bloom, and these boxes here had onions earlier in the season, and I'm raiding this box for some more mix to go in the garden into beds that have settled. The apiary, these 2 hives are doing well. I'm hoping to take some honey off. Yeah, maybe next week if the girls keep up their good work. We got a little nucleus colony here, trying to make it into a 2-tier. There's a box of feed on there right now. This nuke is doing really well. Unfortunately, the queen, I don't know, met her demise somehow. It's not queen right. They're making new queens in there now. There's some more strawberries and raspberries up in there. more week attempts at flower gardens. I have a lot of comfrey planted, and I use this. The bees really, really love the blooms in the spring and into the summer, and I'll chop the foliage down a couple times during the season, and this really charges up the compost pile. Here I have a horseradish root that somebody gave me. Oh, Martha gave me this. It doesn't look very good now, but underneath there's some good stuff. Brand new rhubarb, some more comfrey, blanket flowers. I'm really hoping these guys take off. The bees love them. And then over here we got the compost holding pen. This is a summer compost holding pen. You can look down here and see that there's a lot of old stuff in here. We got some old, I guess that's an old orange, some old onion skins, shredded paper, some plant woody growth, and some sod that I pulled up when I was working on making a new garden. And then pruning, all the stuff that's pruned from the garden, and kitchen waste is in here. This is the place where I'll be setting up. I have to redo this this area. This is the compost area. This is all that's left of my monster compost pile from last season. It's just beautiful, beautiful compost. This last fall, this was a 4x4x8 pile of organic matter, and it shrunk down into a little less than a 4x4x4 pile of compost. My grass clippings waiting for me to build my compost pile in the fall when all the leaves come down. I'm starting a new bed under this ridiculously tall spruce tree. I got a bunch of plants I've collected somehow over the course of the summer, and that's where we're going to put those. This was my melon bed, and the melons all died of a virus thanks to the striped cucumber beetle. This tomato here is a volunteer. I think it's a cherry of some sort. I did put in some dwarf kale. That's coming along well. Squash vine borers really just decimated my squash. Got a little teeny tiny butternut here. You know, look, cucumber beetle is no more. Another little butternut coming on. Another volunteer tomato. This is a pumpkin, though you wouldn't know it. I thought all my summer squashes had died, but as I can see here, there's a straight neck coming on, hanging in there. And my favorite patty pans are finally making it. Got a little teeny tiny baby here too. I'm so happy. Those are going to be tasty. And then, let's see, surprisingly enough, my okra that I didn't think was going to do anything has a pod. Here's a little pod. Here's a little bloom closing up. These guys are only about, I don't know, maybe 14 to 16 inches tall. Ooh, there's more coming on there. Pretty excited about that. Might have enough for some fried okra. The only time I ever had okra, I hated it. Slimy, gross. But we'll give it a try. And so that's it. That's my garden. Thanks for coming on a tour. It is currently August 24th, and we only have a couple more weeks of, well, maybe 5 weeks before frost and battening down the hatches. Bye-bye.